I mean, like poly groups are taking over Atlanta. Mel done added me to every poly group she ever found. I'm just in all the groups. It's like, yeah, let's all be together. Fuck it. Which is wild, but
I imagine it's a lot of fun though. Poly groups.
It is
a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
It's
lie.
a lot of things women saying that make you smile.
Very true. Yeah. But it's wild that this is what I've been talking about for fucking ever, and now it's the thing. Now everybody wants to be poly. I'm like, really? Really?
Yeah, I mean,
now it's the hotness.
Yeah, everybody's kind of wanting to be everything at this point, though. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. There was a lot going on in the city over the last couple of weeks too. Last couple of weekends.
Facts.
Yeah.
We had the Revolt conference this week.
Right. The Revolt conference was this week. And I mean, I don't know. You look at a city like Atlanta, and it's just growing like all the way around, so many different levels, you know. But I mean, it's one of those places where this kind of sexual, I don't know if you call it a revolution, evolution, whatever you want to call it, but it's happening here, especially among our community.
Hell yeah. Well, let's start to get with the shits. You gonna start us up on
Yeah, I'm waiting on you.
Let's go ahead and get started.
Okay.
Perfect.
Kick back games. This guy, he does that at the beginning of every show to make sure I test the levels. So, okay, here we go. Okay, we good. Yeah.
And last week, my vocals were excellent, but I thought you had your vocals a little low. So make sure you were up there, because they need to hear it from the Gangsta Geek, goddammit.
I promise that I have increased my volume. If you can look at the level meters there, both of us are coming in at the same strength. I did notice that. Thank you for playing.
All right.
I was listening to
they can't hear the Gangsta Geek?
Yeah.
Come on now, goddammit. Try to get this shit together.
Turn that up a little bit. Something extra on the volume there, but yeah. Well, I mean, the other reason why I might be heard a little more is because there are fewer voices.
Yeah. Last week, shout out to Gelman,
right?
Jeremy, Nicole, Drea, Billions. We had Amanda. Yeah. We had a whole slew of Uno players. Boom! I put you on the spot. Do all 12.
Oh God!
I do it with you. I got it, and I don't even celebrate Christmas.
You do?
I think I might.
I don't.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
Partridge and
No, not 12 days. That's the first day.
Yeah.
But it was 12 drummers jumping, 11 pipers, 10. Those are leaping. No. 12 drummers drumming. Damn, JB. 11 pipers piping, 10 those are leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids and milking, 7 swallows swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings.
That's impressive.
4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge with a real nigga.
That's crazy.
Hey!
I'm Christian. He's not, but I don't know that shit. Every time we drive by the Joe's in Lake Lanier, the kids are like, "Daddy, you got that one wrong." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know that shit." 12 niggas smoking.
12 potties pottying. And that's what we saw off camera. The potty community.
Yes.
And we actually posted this in a shit ton of poly Facebook group, because as a motherfucker that's poly or poly solo, we're what do you call it? Open to the lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely.
FC, don't do that again. Hey, did I get it right or wrong? That's the question.
I honestly do not know.
Gelman.
But yeah, you're right. We were we were talking about that off the air and how prevalent like that whole movement has become, how people are talking about it more now, and how there's just kind of like this section, I won't call it a revolution, but kind of like an evolution, like an evolution going on right now, because so much is just opening up, even within the context of heterosexual sexuality. You know, people are being a lot more open about, you know, sadomasochism and how that whole thing works.
No choke and stroke.
Do we want to officially start this podcast now? We always get to talking about sex and things kind of, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, JB, shit, what's the name of the show?
It's a pod named Kickback, nigga. A pod named Kickback. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You say it all together.
Welcome to a pod named Kickback, also known as the Black CNN, and the revolution will be televised. I'm no breaks new, the righteous ratchet. If you throw it, I catch it. If you got it, I match it. Every Monday, we right back at it. I feel fantastic. Yeah.
What's up, y'all? It's JB Frank. I'm that gangster geek representing NWA, Nerds with Attitude. Happy Monday, everybody.
What up, Jada?
Hey.
So we got a lot to talk about this week. We've been having guests every single week since like the end of spring.
Right.
JB, I don't want nobody else on the show for a month or two. I am sick of other humans. I am sick of other humans and their opinions. I'm tired of you. I don't know. I don't care what you say.
You want to let go of that politically correct, respectful kind of. Well, I don't know that we've ever actually done that though. So I don't know that
we've been nice to people.
Okay, now that is definitely
been nice.
We have definitely been nice, especially to a lot of our guests. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess we let the gloves come off and kind of be a little more of ourselves. I'm with you.
Even when we start allowing guests to come back, I would say sometime in October, maybe November, we start doing guests again. But I really don't want no guests for the next couple months. I just don't. I just don't. I mean, I do, and that might sound wrong. I love the guests that we've had, and I'm not shitting on them. I'm just saying that
it's time to take the red carpet to the cleaners.
You know? Yeah, put it in the cleaners. Put it in the cleaners.
Yeah, we'll have a nice and fresh, ready to roll out for y'all in October, November.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that.
And by then we'll have our Jet Set and Jasmine and goddamn King Noir and our Sex Dungeon show. Maybe that'll be what we bring back for guests. But you know what? I want to share something with y'all. I've been trying to fire my boss, right? So I'm doing a lot of shit. I'm dabbling in real estate. I'm dabbling in credit repair. I've been driving Lyft and Uber Eats. Not Uber, but the restaurant version, the Uber Eats version. And I've been meeting some interesting people on the Lyft where you just drive people around. Not bringing food, but just drive them. I've been meeting people, and I met a young lady from Australia who is about to start a podcast. And she's following us and wants us to come on hers, but she gets up and going, and I saw that she was welcome to come on ours. Okay. So I've been having guests follow the page in the car, nigga. I'm like, hey, I don't need the tip, but you need to follow a pod named Kickback, nigga. And it was just one young lady who was bad as shit, JB.
Oh,
and I didn't pay no attention to it at first because I was just, I'm just getting used to it. So I'm not even really looking at who I'm driving. And at the time, she said, okay, see you later. And I was like, all right then. What the? Hey! Wait! Ashanti! Come back, Ashanti!
Oh, Lord.
She's a bartender at Boogaloo's. I don't even know her name because I paid that little attention. But I dropped her off at Boogaloo. So I know that she was at Boogaloo. This was a lounge here in ATL. But I'm like, oh shit. We made contacts. This motherfuckers are like, yeah, I got a podcast. I've been doing it for 10 years. yeah, I'm looking to do this. I'm like, damn, I just need to meet these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And you know more than anybody. I don't know my way around Atlanta. So doing that shit, I'm starting to learn. Like, this is the West Side. This is the, those shit. So that's been an interesting experience.
That's what's up. Yeah, I mean, you gotta. It's a cab service, so you are going to meet people. You're going to meet lots of interesting people. Just be careful out there, because this story came out, I want to say like 3 weeks ago. There's like a big lawsuit going out against Lyft right now because a bunch of their drivers have been sexually assaulted. Their female drivers have been sexually assaulted. The Lyft basically.
The female drivers?
Well, no, it was
passengers.
It was female. It was instances. Sorry, no, it wasn't female drivers. It was female passengers being assaulted by drivers, and Lyft basically did nothing about it. Absolutely nothing about it.
Well, if I pick you up, you safe with me. You just
yeah.
be like, nigga, I know you from Party Kickback, and I'm gonna tell JB.
Yeah. Just like, if you want to know why some women might be a little wary or a little, what I'm saying, let them know, that did happen. But anyway, moving on to lighter lighter.
And what up, Rob? Before we move on, but JB, what else we got going on?
Oh man, this one is hilarious. It's an interesting icebreaker. This company came out with premature ejaculation wipes. Now, all of us have seen like these random ass pills in the gas station and shit you can buy that extends and all of this other bullshit that's supposed to, I guess, keep you in the game longer or whatever. Now they got these wipes. I guess it's this topical ointment or whatever, and
will it keep you from coming fast?
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't need that. I need a wipe that make me nut quick. Because I be fucking. I know women be like, my God, man.
Yeah.
My God. Like, how long are you gonna go?
Right.
Until tomorrow. Until tomorrow.
Yeah.
My blood pressure's high. We're going.
I need this cardiovascular.
So that wouldn't do shit for me. But if I was 18, it would have been shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess maybe it's for them like young cats out there who can't control themselves. But
women be complaining to us all the time about niggas jerking off in the pussy. What I mean jerking off in the pussy is they fucking, but only fucking to get their nut. And so it probably help them if they care. But they gotta care first.
Exactly. I mean, whatever, let's do what you gotta do, I guess. Whatever, if that's what you need, knock yourself out, but ain't really been a problem for me.
Yeah, if that was my problem, I mean, I would do it, I would use it.
Exactly.
But that ain't my problem. My problem is coming quicker before I ruin this poor girl's self-esteem. Like, I'm sorry, baby. You are great. Yeah. I just don't come quick. I'm 43. It's gonna take a lot more work.
Fucking around and nigga pull a hamstring.
Right.
For 40 minutes.
Dehydrated.
I need to take a Gatorade break. Nigga. I need to hydrate.
Here's a Red Bull, bitch.
Get you some hydration. Get you some electrolytes.
Gatorade. Do whatever Dak Prescott did and whatever that your quarterback Case Keenum didn't do. I'm just saying.
This guy. You just jumping all over the fucking world with the topics now. This nigga jumped all the way down to the bottom of the world.
Let's get back in.
I was like, God damn, yo. So really?
So JB's former acting coach, Malik Yoba, who's on the Breakfast Club this week. He didn't bring JB because JB had to work here, but JB was going to go.
I don't know that nigga, y'all.
Hey, that's JB Spade's partner, Malik Yoba.
What? You tripping? It's
so JB Spade's partner, Malik Yoba, was on Breakfast Club this week.
That nigga don't play spades.
He probably don't.
Nigga look like he played hearts or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Bridge. I'm joking.
Yeah, I've never played bridge. Have you ever played bridge?
Never in my life.
I've never. But it is a card game.
Yes, it is a card game. It's like rummy, spades, hearts, all of the junk.
I know I played spades and hearts. I think I've played rummy at some point.
You definitely played rummy.
Not sure.
I played you.
So I had played it.
Yes,
but I ain't never played bridge.
Pool one day. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, he was in a Breakfast Club, kind of trying to clear up or explain, clarify his trans comments.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, there were several advocates on the show with him.
Right.
I have said it the last couple of weeks, and Dave Chappelle wound up saying it too on this stand-up special. I won't dog anybody out, and I respect whatever helps you get through your day, as long as it doesn't negatively impact anyone else. So if you're born natural or assigned male, and you decide you want to be a woman, or you are a woman, and you make whatever changes that need to be made, we're pretty clear that I don't acknowledge your decision. I don't respect your decision. You're still whatever you're born as, whatever you're assigned as at birth. That's how I view it. I am fully aware the rest of the world does not. And I don't have a desire to convince the rest of the world. I think everybody can feel how they want to feel about it, but I am going to feel how I feel about it. And I expect you to respect my preference to be different, motherfucker. So I don't go that far as what they were looking for on the interview, but I am respectful enough to call you by the pronoun of your choice.
Right.
And to a degree, treat you as such. But I know in my heart that if I believe you were born a man or assigned a man, however you want to word it, you're a man to me until you die, no matter what you do outside of that. And that's just me. I ain't not trying to influence others. I'm not trying to make it the new rule. This is new rule. This is me. That's how I feel. And I don't give a fuck how you feel about it. Because I'm not trying to convince anybody else. I will respect everybody else's opinion as long as you respect mine.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think that was one of the ultimate, well, I won't say that it was the ultimate point on that particular show, because on that particular show, they talked a lot about changing the rhetoric and changing the way, people talk about whatever their situation is. And they also got the Breakfast Club to kind of openly acknowledge that some of the things that they may have said in the past have maybe made transgender listeners or viewers or whatever feel a certain way. And I look at that and I say, well, yeah, people shouldn't be disrespectful of others by, under any circumstances. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't happen. But at the same time, you should be allowed to have your opinion. As long as you're not disrespectful with it, then you're entitled to your opinion. I don't expect every white person to love me, but I don't expect any of them to call me a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's just that simple. It's just a matter of managing those boundaries. I think a lot of times in these movements, people want to get wrapped up on changing your mind or changing how you feel about accepting, them. And the same way you have a right to be that way, I also have a right not to accept that. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
That being said, we can still treat each other with common human decency and respect. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what it should boil down to, in my opinion.
I agree 100%, JB. Malik Yoba was over talking the transgender women. They had 2 transgender women on the show. I just keep breaking bracelets, just like live on the air.
Damn.
Keeps happening. Maybe Malik Yoba seemed to he seemed to like the spotlight, and I'm starting to question his motives, because he is so, well, I said this and so-and-so said that, and everybody's coming to me because I said this. And it's like, all right, nigga, like, calm the fuck down. You too excited for this attention. And
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just corny to me, but
Yeah.
I do want everyone on Earth to feel represented, and I want everyone on Earth to feel equal. But I just don't have to like or be engaged in their shit. You're not gonna tell me I gotta now call myself a cisgender man. Bitch, I'm a nigga. I call myself a man. I'm not gonna add titles to my shit to allow you to be comfortable. I'm not gonna make myself uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that they're missing, is they wanna make me totally uncomfortable,
right,
so that they can be comfortable and they can be no.
Yeah, and that's what, and you're right, Lou, and that's what I said about them wanting to kind of force you to include or accept their reality. You can't force somebody else to accept your reality. The only thing you can really do is make sure that they accept what you are. Like, whatever that is, I accept it, and that I accept what I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep my opinions to myself, but my opinions are mine. You know what? I'm not gonna demean you or belittle you. You know, but that doesn't mean that I'm rocking with you, that I'm gonna march in your parade, that I'm riding with your movement. You know what I'm saying?
Right? Did you ride in the civil rights movement? Did you ride for Sandra Bland? I don't think so. I don't remember the transgender community coming out being like, we're riding for Eric Garner. I don't remember that shit, so get off my fucking dick and mind your fucking business and fall the fuck back. There was the transgender community doing shit for Eric Garner? Yes or no? Did the transgender community come up for Sandra Bland? Yes or no? And shut the fuck up. Let's move on. I know that's harsh, but that's real.
Yeah, nothing more to really be said about that. Something that we're gonna hear a lot about in the future, I think, are these rape accusations coming out against Antonio Brown. This shit is just crazy right now. You know, everything that happened last week with the New England Patriots contract that just happened, and now these allegations. And I mean, from the looks of things, it's looking pretty. I don't know. I haven't seen enough to draw a conclusion yet, but it's looking like it might be something there.
It's hard for me to gauge, JB, because she's saying she has text messages, and apparently it's a text message where he admits to ejaculating on her ass. I mean, I've done that, so I don't know if that's something you can be accused of or whatever. But there's also a video of him and her laid up, hugged up in the bed. Yep. So it's like, what do we... Now, I will say this. I don't care if you're in a relationship with a person. If you force them to have sex with you against their will, that's still rape. Exactly. So there can be videos of y'all being happy together, and then there can be a particular night where they force you into a non-consensual act. Absolutely. I'm not saying that is impossible. I'm saying that it's not a criminal case. There are no criminal charges. It's only civil, which means she only wants money. And when you only want money, that makes me question some of the shit. When there's questionable things around a board, and you only want money, that makes me question the JB. Yeah, you raise very valid points. This is totally one of those wait and see things for me. It is striking that this is only a lawsuit. That is very, 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 very striking. So we'll see. Yeah, and JB had like 4 of his uncles and 2 of his aunts gathered in Texas for the Democratic debate. I wish if that were the case, we wouldn't be doing this podcast here. We'd be doing this in NBC studios. Right. Fuck that. So we had the Democratic national debate this week with the 12 top candidates. Yeah. From Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Beto O'Rourke. You mean Bernie Sanders? You said Barry Sanders. Damn. I was like, damn, Barry Sanders running for president. Damn. And then I
was like,
damn.
who the fuck is he talking to? Oh, right, Bernie Sanders.
Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Joe Button. Who else we had? Pete. I can't pronounce his last name. And Yang.
And then somebody, Carlos or something like that. Juan, some.
Yang. Well, I don't know. I know it's Beta O'Rourke and it was Yang. It's that many, so it is difficult to remember every single body. But I will say that I heard
Warren.
Yeah, I heard some good things, and I heard some things that turned me off.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth Warren made some good points. Beto O'Rourke went at Joe Biden's fucking neck.
That's who it was. Beto O'Rourke. That's who it was.
Pete said a lot. I forget his last name, but he's the homosexual candidate, and he was speaking my language. I'm like, oh, who's this guy?
Yeah.
So I liked a lot of what he was saying. Kamala Harris, I had my reservations about her and her past track record, but I like what she said during the debate. Cory Booker made some very good points. I had my issues with him as a black man, but he has stood firmly, and I'm like, okay, I respect that. Elizabeth Warren, great.
Yeah. I think one of the things that
Bernie Sanders.
Well, yeah. I mean, Bernie Sanders is always. I mean, Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden, and Elizabeth Warren didn't really set themselves apart from the rest of the field. Is what the commenters are saying about this particular debate. Beto O'Rourke learned the lesson that Kamala Harris learned from the first debate, and that is that you kind of look like a punk going after Uncle Joe that. Like you look jive stupid. Like it, because people aren't realizing that he was still one of the vice presidents of one of the greatest presidencies in the history of the United States. Like, you know, that's like being in a debate with Jay-Z and trying to joan on him about his rap career. Like you're not gonna win. You're not.
You want to go back to when Joe Biden was 20,
right?
As opposed to his vice presidency, and that's, you know, these are events that happened 30 years apart. So you're trying to isolate him to who he was in the 60s as opposed to who he was in the 2000s, and people aren't really buying into that.
Well, and you're not gonna win trying to go after him as an old man either, because let's keep it 100. He's still younger than John McCain was when John McCain ran. So the old man thing just you talk about an old man who was doing push-up contests and shit, you know, a few years ago. You're not gonna win with that.
And take it from me and JB, old men will fuck you up.
Yeah. Uncle Joe will put the paws on, baby.
Uncle New, motherfucker. We're going to
But, you know, so he learned that lesson, and I think the Democrats in general are starting to learn that lesson. Things are going to mellow out, in my opinion, in terms of the way that these debates are going to move forward. I think that you're going to see more of a focus on the issues, which frankly is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? And the dude Pete there saying is a rising star because he's not moving wrong. Like, whenever he gets a chance to talk, he's saying not just what you want to hear, New, but he's on that kind of like Elizabeth Warren type of shit. Like, this is what needs to happen. Like, for real. Like, stop fucking around.
You see dude Yang, they say he's going to give every American family $1,000. And it was like, oh shit, you gonna give all of us $1,000? I spent my shit already. Like, fuck, I'm broke now. But he said he was gonna do it. If he's elected, he's giving out $1,000 to every American family. I'm like, oh shit, I can use that stack. I use that stack to go tricking with Joe Button. Joe Button out here tricking to my $1,200. I'm like, shit, I got a stack. I mean, I can get some of these chicks. Some of them.
If you got $1,000 to give to every man, woman, and child in America, I say you stretch that and you add that to a healthcare program. because that
and that's something that was really in the heart of all of it.
That's why I brought it up.
Good job. Because some were for healthcare for all.
Yes.
Some were for healthcare for all by choice if they choose to have it, and some were more into the privatized. What do you call it?
Privatized
healthcare.
Yeah. Being in the insurance business now, I've learned a lot more about this healthcare industry than I did before, and I want to hear more details about what these programs will mean, because I think only 2 of them actually have a real understanding about how much fucking money that they're talking about. Elizabeth Warren and Joe Biden, and even Elizabeth.
Not even Bernie. You went with Bernie in that conversation?
I'm sorry, I forgot about Bernie. Yes, Bernie Sanders. Actually, no, forget Elizabeth Warren, because Elizabeth Warren is talking shit that she's talking about free health care for everybody, and that is not, like, we need to understand that as an American people, our situation will not allow for that right now in 2019. It will not happen because of the way healthcare is structured. Like, get that shit out of your head entirely, because if we do that, the economy will collapse. Not a maybe, will collapse. Free healthcare is not on the board, y'all. It's just not.
I'll say this, Pete, and there's the young, I forget the young lady's name, but she wasn't at that particular debate. But I really like what she said. She wasn't in the top 12, unfortunately, and probably won't be.
Right.
Bernie, cool. I love Bernie type nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not the all white motherfuckers. I don't love any of them.
For some reason, I don't believe Bernie. Like, he's been talking the same shit now for decades, and I gotta be honest with you, I have never believed that man. I don't know why. But I've never believed that he's gonna do anything that he said.
I just watched his track record, and he was right there. Everybody shitting on Hillary and Joe Biden for backing the criminal bill, what do you call it? The
crime bill, yeah.
Crime bill. But Bernie backed it too.
Of course he
So I'm
did.
like, when niggas try to be woke, like, yeah, I'm going with Bernie because Hillary backed the crime bill and they called us predators. I'm like, bitch, Bernie backed it too.
All of the leading Democrats
Fuck you talking about?
backed it, though. Very few Democrats didn't back it.
Right, so it's like it's such a level of pure ignorance that it pisses me off.
Yeah, I don't even.
I'm like, y'all sucking Bernie Sanders' dick. Fuck Bernie.
Yeah.
He ain't nothing but another cracker trying to run for office. Like, what the fuck you talking about?
Yeah, I don't see him as the great white hope. I really don't. I never have. Maybe
He probably better than Trump.
Well, there's no question that he's better than Trump.
Right, but I'm not giving him.
My fucking 5-year-old dog over at my house is better than Trump, my G. Like, that ain't saying shit. Like, that ain't saying a damn thing.
They ain't saying nothing, but what the fuck?
What the fuck is right on this story, dude?
And our what the fuck story of the week.
Man.
3 police.
Well, 3 children.
Yeah, 3 children
were shot.
Were shot with the police looking at suspecting the black man, the driver of the vehicle, for a crime.
Right.
And
trying to flag him down, in the road.
And they said that he was trying to run them over.
Well, he was out of uniform. He was in an unmarked
Two
car.
cops were out of uniform, in unmarked cars.
And they just hopped out of the road on this dude, and he's just supposed to stop because they told him to. Like, hell no. He's like, I got my kids in the car. I'm getting the fuck up out of here.
Right.
So then they opened fire on his ass and shot 3 of his children that were in the car.
Babies. Like, I think 5 years and younger.
Yes, 1-year-old, 4-year-old, and 5, I think, turning 6 or whatever. Like, bad shootings.
Yeah, one of them was shot in the head.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they have all thus far survived.
Thank God for that.
Which is amazing.
Thank
God for that.
Absolutely.
But it's another police shooting in there, and whether it was intentional or not, I'm going to say they're shooting our babies.
Yeah,
they're shooting our babies.
Let's really think about this, y'all. Like, okay, you think about 2 police officers, 1 man. He's in an automobile. They demand that he stop, and he chooses not to. So they choose to riddle the car with bullets. Is that going to stop the car then?
No.
No, it's only going to do one thing. It's only going to kill the driver. Like, so if you're looking for a suspect that you intend to subdue, like emptying clips into the car is not subduing a suspect. It's not making an arrest.
No,
it's executing a murder. Like, let's keep it real about what's going on. They are not interested in subduing, arresting, stopping, frisking, none of that shit. They are killing us. If you get stopped by the police in 2019 as a black person, your life is in very, 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 very real danger. That's just what it is. Yeah. And it's fucked up out here. It's this world that fucking Orange 45 created, you know? And it's getting worse.
So, you know, our statement is, you know, get your guns. And protect your families, protect your loved ones. And be smart. Don't just go shooting motherfuckers. Like, be smart. Do the right thing.
Clear. Yeah.
But it's a lot to discuss. And for all my Lyft and Uber drivers, they are about to make that a job where it won't be 1099. Be on the lookout for that and be prepared to transition.
If they do that, start taking like payroll taxes and shit.
They start doing that, then we're all fucked. So be prepared for the transition.
That's 25% of that money.
Yeah.
Top. Gone.
Moving on from that, our Donald Trump Shut Up Stupid Award.
And once again, we give it to its namesake.
45.
Orange 45.
JB Cousin, he's spit back.
He is not my. So I don't get to say this very often, but I keep a list. I keep 2 lists. One, you know, white women I want to fuck. I think we've all talked about that list before. And the second,
I got one on my list. Margot Robbie.
She's also on my list, but she is also on my list. But at any rate, the second list is motherfuckers who, if I saw them on the street, no questions, no discussion, no, I'm whooping their ass. I'm stilling them. I'm swinging on them. G.W. Bush used to be on that list.
Yeah.
and Donald Trump is like, I think Donald Trump is that whole list for me.
And I'll take the white rapper from Maryland. Fuck you up whenever I see you, bitch ass nigga. But go ahead.
So this fuckhead, this asshole says that he doesn't want the Bahamian bad people coming into this country. And he's talking about this, commenting on how they are like, this is what they're doing now. Like, they are stopping rescue boats that are coming back from the Caribbean and checking them for Bahamians, and they are sending people back who don't have visas or passports, you know. So they are literally like turning refugees around in Florida right now. And Donald Trump says that we should be doing that because we don't want those Bahamian bad people in our, like, really, nigga? Like, really?
Just about like, all of the Bahamas wasn't hit, and we're funneling all of the people that were hit to the areas that weren't hit, and blah, 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 blah. This is America, home of the free.
Land of the free and home.
Yeah, I know the fuck it is.
Yeah, this is just like the stupidest, corniest, most fucked up shit you could hear a president say. Y'all are hurting. Y'all are in trouble. Y'all have been hit by an act of God, but we ain't got nothing for y'all. Like, we don't want to help y'all out. What the fuck is going on in America right now, dude? Like, literally, like, what the fuck is going on in America? Donald Trump, like, this is beyond stupid. Like, this is bad. Like, really, really bad.
Because they're getting away with this shit. And Meek made a comment about George Bush saying, you know, he still should be held accountable. You know, he doesn't get a pass just because he's in love with Michelle Obama.
Oh, no.
You know, he still gets these hands, especially for 9/11. That's right, Meek. And we said we would have no more guests for a minute. But me, you know, you always welcome whenever you fucking feel like it. You be like,
Always.
nigga, I'm at the door. Give me a mic. Of course you can come in. Everybody else though, then fuck y'all. But I'm just being honest. Unless it's a Shanti. If it's a Shanti.
Oh Lord, here we go.
You know,
This is Shanti.
you know, you
What about Margot Robbie?
Oh,
she was at the door.
If she at the door, I'm gonna stop recording. I'm just gonna eat her pussy. You gonna get it together, JB? I'm saying. I ain't man.
All right, that's the end of the broadcast. Y'all have a good night.
Everybody have a good night.
Yeah. I'm gonna go give you some of the wipes. It's gonna be a long night.
Hell yeah. Shit. Yeah,
Niggas started grinning and shit.
Yeah, damn, Margot Robbie bad as shit.
You goddamn right, yeah.
She don't get the Nipsey Hussle award.
Nah.
But we got a couple people that do get it.
Yes. A big day for the Nipsey Hussle award. Starting out with Deshaun Jackson, who auctioned off his opening day cleats. And this is something that a lot of big name athletes do. But he designated all of the funds that go from auctioning off this equipment to go to the children, the family of Nipsey Hussle. And this is why this is beautiful. This isn't like a organization or any, you know, like it's like a funeral gift, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like when you bring like a casserole to the family's house, he brought a casserole to Nip's family house, young. I love this. It's absolutely beautiful.
As he should have.
Absolutely beautiful.
And he's a former Redskin, former Eagle, now back with the Eagles. And I'm not a fan of his because he's hurt my team because he's in the NFC East and it always bothered me. But I really, really respected it, man.
He really looked good last week too against the Redskins.
Unfortunately, for you,
I should have brought that up.
But shout out to him, and also I want to shout out Steven Jackson from the NBA, who plays in Ice Cube's the Big Three League, because he had cleats where one side was Nipsey Hussle and the other side was Pimp C. You know, Steven Jackson being from Port Arthur, Texas. The area Pimp C made famous, a suburb of Houston.
Right.
And his basketball shoes had one half Nipsey Hussle, one half Pimp C in the championship game for the Big Three. I'm just like, man, I love it. 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 And I've been in a Nipsey mood the past couple of days because I've been on my grind and trying to figure things out and really get focused. And Nipsey always did that for me when he was alive. And now that I'm in that space again, and he's doing it for me now that he's passed on. And so that means literally, the marathon continues, JB.
Absolutely. You know, he touched so many lives and we're seeing it and we're going to continue to see it. And I hope we see more of this. I hope we see more things happen in his name because I think that'll be his true legacy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and we touched on Puma's line that dropped last week, right?
Right.
We did it last week, right?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
So we did talk about that. So that's sold out. And we'll see. You know, I want to give me some paraphernalia. I'm sure JD you want to grab some too.
Oh yeah, I'm a fan.
He's definitely a fan of Puma and Nipsey.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
Both are gonna grab something.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that last week. You know, I used to rock like the sweatpants. I think I had a Puma sweatsuit at some point. Yeah, you know, shoes, all that shit. I always rock with Puma. So I'm looking forward to having, you know, being able to go out and get some of that stuff. It's sold out like super duper fast though. Real quick. That shit just disappeared. But yeah, man, Grind and Shine Award to Deshaun Jackson, Steve Smith. You know, dope shouts out to Nipsey, dope homage to, you know, again, someone who built a legacy in a very, very short time.
Hustle the motivation. Someone who built a legacy, I guess you could say in a short time too, JB, is my favorite player from the WNBA, Elena Della Don.
Yeah.
She has a sister who is deaf, blind, and mute. So the only way her sister can even acknowledge that she's there is through touch. She can't hear, she can't see, she can't speak. And Elena told them straight up, her former team, I can't communicate with my sister in way out here. She doesn't see, she doesn't hear, and she can't speak. She only feels touch. I gotta be near my sister, who's in Delaware. Trade me to the Mystics.
That's dope.
And the Mystics were like, we would trade the whole team for you.
Right.
And so it looked like it was gonna be like, oh, they gave her everybody to get her. And what we found out is we didn't. And she took us to the WNBA championship last year, but she was injured. So we lost. And now we have the #1 seed this year going into the WNBA finals. And I think we will win the championship because she is healthy. She is our LeBron or Kevin Durant. Whoever you feel is the best, she's one or two the best in the WNBA.
I've definitely heard of her. I didn't know that her sister was disabled like that. But
Yeah.
what's the 50-40-90 club?
The 50-40-90 club is shooting 50% from the field, 40% from three-point range, and 90% from free throw range. And she didn't barely hit these. She's like 55% from the field, 43% from three-point, 97% from free throw. But she didn't barely hit these numbers. She hit them. And that is an exclusive club like
Absolutely.
Steph Curry,
Yeah.
Maybe Larry Bird. Like this isn't a category. She's the only woman ever hit it.
Yeah.
In history of sports.
Yeah.
Only
I
woman.
mean, I'm thinking maybe Reggie Miller, somebody like that.
Maybe.
That's rarefied air right there.
Yeah.
Rarefied air.
She's a Washington Mystic.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, everybody that follows me on Instagram and YouTube and Twitter knows I love Elena Delle Donne.
Mm-hmm.
She is the best player in the WNBA to me, and she is our Mystics' best player.
Yeah.
So I treat her like I treat Bradley Beal or Ezekiel Elliott. Like she is the best player on my team, and we have a 2-week bye. The playoffs have started. The WNBA did something different this year, where they'll do the first round, the second round, and then the top seed will only have to play in the conference championship. Which I don't know if it's good or bad because you get rusty, but that's the way it's set up now. If you win a certain amount of games, you don't have to play until the conference championship, the #1 seed only. Not
Wow.
#2, but just #1.
Interesting.
So I'm not sure how that works because it's a legit break, but it's also you might get cold.
Yeah, that is very interesting because most I mean we see this in the NFL where the division winners have a bye the first week. And again, the goal is to give the players rest that do that. You get a reward.
This is 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks, which is big, and it's also at the end of the playoffs, which is weird to me because this is more similar to what they do in college, where the season ends, they have their league championships, and then they have the bowl series, so it's like a 2-week break that the college players get, and then they play the bowl game, which is like their Super Bowl or the national championship, maybe the case. So, and it does affect certain players. I mean, some players come in prepared and on point or whatever, but a lot of what I see is players either cold or tight, like you said, because they've taken that kind of time off. So it'll be interesting to see how this turns out for the WNBA. I think that we will see people who are cold or tight or, what I'm saying, not in, we'll see some out of rhythm teams because of this. I'm willing to bet on that.
Yeah, it affects us because we got the #1 seed. It's only the #1 seed. It isn't the #1.
Oh, so it's only one team?
It's only one team.
Is it one team because it's one team in each conference?
No, I don't think so. I think it's 1 team period.
Wow, that is really.
I might be wrong.
Yeah,
but
we'll check the facts on that.
We'll check the facts on it. I believe that's the case.
That is definitely different.
But shout out to the Mystics for being competitive, more competitive than any other DC team. And shout out to Elena Delle Donne, Boo Bay, Basketball Bay, for I think she should win MVP too. She said she's from Wilmington, Delaware. Just to be specific, to let us know.
That's what's up.
Which is about 2 hours from DC.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. JB's future ex-girlfriend, Slutty Vegans.
I'm okay with that one.
You want to tell them what Slutty Vegans did?
Yeah, she well, she's an alumnus of Clark University down here in Atlanta. Shout out to Clark University. And she got wind that one of their students there was in financial trouble and at risk of not graduating. So she decided to pay off this person's student loans so they wouldn't have any financial difficulties after they graduate. She looked up and realized that this is something that, you know, could work, like something that could help. So then she turned around and did it for 30 more students at Clark University. This is dope because what she is doing is she is wiping out their student loans. Basically, she is taking care of the rest of their tuition so that they won't have to incur all of this financial debt when they get out of school. This is a huge leg up, Kickbackers. This is big, and for her to do it for 30 students is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, amazing. We're talking about, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
You know, big time. Huge.
So make sure we all go and support the Slutty Vegan restaurant. They used to have the truck where they would drive around here to stand in a long ass line forever before you got your meal. Same thing with King Crab ATL, and now they both have locations.
Right.
So make sure we support black-owned business.
Indeed.
Including a partner and Kickback to support us. But yeah, shout out to the owners of Slutty Vegan. And our Netflix and chill segment, Snowfall had their last episode last week, and Snowfall is a story of a young nigga in the hood trying to get money, winds up, you know, selling coke, discovering crack, being the first to sell crack for the CIA, and everything that transpires after that. It's John Singleton's show. John Singleton passed in the middle of this season, but the show continued, of course, because it's a hit. And the last episode, or the episode before last, the star Franklin, who went on this, you know, build this drug empire, was shot down by his former girlfriend. And the entire show of the finale was about what would have happened if he never started selling drugs. What if he went to private school? What if he got this kind of degree? And everything led him back to the point where he was getting shot and dying.
Wow.
And it's like, dang, no matter what I do, I'm still gonna wind up here. Which I thought was poignant. I don't know if it's true, but I thought it was definitely poignant and definitely something to think about. And at the end, when they went back to modern day times, they had him being like, you know, I need the government to help me out. He told the guy he was working for with the CIA, like, this shit is getting out of hand. And we're trying to make our money all crack, but we're killing the community. We're not hurting it, we're killing it. I need the government to get involved to keep us from killing the community. I'm sure we'll make this money, but we can't kill the fucking entire community at the same time. And I think now we're going to start seeing them going into the Just Say No and Reaganomics in next season. But I think that it's a better show than Power. If we did the first 3 seasons of each, it would be closer. But seeing how Power has kind of trickled off, I think Snowfall might be a better show than Power, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's definitely, sounds like it's definitely worth a look new. I have not watched Snowfall yet, but between Snowfall, we've been talking about this for months now. Yeah. Snowfall is definitely the one I'm going to watch. Definitely the one I'm going to watch. Because that sounds intriguing. The whole CIA thing sounds really interesting.
Yeah. Hustlers movie starring J-Lo, Keke Palmer, Cardi B has a cameo in it. I watched some of it on Fire Stick and I didn't finish it. But there was huge Oscar buzz around it.
Yeah, it was. And especially for Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, and like, all of our homegirls that we know was like, it wasn't that good.
Yeah. And
I cut it off. I started watching it like 11:30 last night, and then realized at midnight Power was on, and just cut it off. It went straight to Power.
Yeah, I mean, I saw like like a little preview or something. It looked like another kind of like showgirls thing. I was like, I'm good. Like, you know, it's about, you know, the strippers in Manhattan, I guess, and them working through the boom years on Wall Street during the late 90s and 2000s, and then what happened to the industry, you know, after the recession or whatever. And I'm like, you know, okay, you know, I kind of live that, so I'm good.
Meek says she couldn't get into it. Meek, I couldn't get into it. I'm gonna try again. I was watching on Fire Stick, so and I'll try again, but I couldn't really get into it either. And let's switch focus a little bit from film to music. There's a lot of new music coming out in November. Drake is dropping. The Migos are dropping. It's a lot of good music dropping in November. Kanye, The Weeknd. Hell yeah. And I want to make sure we shout that out. And you know, the banging records will be on a Podname Kickback playlist on Apple Music and on Spotify Music. Our playlist, a Podname Kickback playlist. And if you're not hip, you know, download the playlist and it updates every week in your phone. So if the song ain't out this week and you got the playlist and it's a great song, next week it'll update in your phone.
What's Kanye talking about with this new thing that's going to drop? I mean, because I ain't really heard much about.
This thing might be a gospel album. I'm not interested in Kanye for real.
Yeah, I kind of jumped out at me when you put it down there. I was like, Kanye? Okay.
Yeah, I'm more interested in Drake and The Weeknd.
Right.
I'm not interested in the Migos, really. They may have one twerk song that I put on there.
Definitely looking out for that Weeknd zone. Yeah, definitely looking out for that Weeknd zone.
Yeah, but Kanye, But Prince, JB, his 1999 box set has 36 unreleased songs on it.
That's going to be.
Are you excited?
Of course I am. Now that I'm looking forward to. That's going to be interesting. Is it coming out like through Tidal or something like that?
No, it's going to be on universal streaming platforms.
Really?
Because the family sued Jay-Z to get it released everywhere. So his music will be released on all streaming sites and of course iTunes, etc.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to check that out. I'm looking forward to that one.
Kanye had his Sunday service at New Birth. Is that somewhere in Atlanta? I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Meek, talk to us. You should be here. NCAA, continuing with sports. The college basketball players, JB, our nieces and nephews, are now eligible to make money if they play NCAA basketball in California.
Yes.
Thanks to Ed O'Bannon.
Yes.
From the O'Bannon brothers at UCLA.
Yes.
What you think about it, JB?
I love it. I love it too. I mean, we have been talking about something like this for years now. I think that California is an ideal place for this to start because my hope is, because I think the article that I read said that the law will allow for it to happen with football and basketball. It's basically like the big marquee money-making sports. And what it allows them to do is it allows them to seek endorsement contracts outside of the university. And it allows them to seek recompense when the university uses their image to make money.
Yeah, I always be looking for recompense. I be like, hold up, bitch, what the fuck you said to me? I want some recompense, bitch. Fuck that bullshit you talking about, nigga. I want my recompense. Well, the JB Frank Harvard word of the day is recompense. JB, what is recompense?
I've used this word before, kickbackers. Recompense means when you receive money or when you receive compensation for your just efforts, meaning money that you earn for something that you did. Right? So this is what the athletes deserve for all of the fucking money that they bring into those universities. And trust me when I tell you, it is absolutely absurd the amount of money that they bring into these schools. Yes, a lot of those college kids go to those games for free, but they still buy hot dogs, beers, and jerseys while they're there. And They're not buying the jerseys of the players that played in the 50s. They're buying the jerseys of the players that are on the field right at that moment.
Yeah.
They deserve a cut of that bread, especially when you consider the fact that other college students are able to work 2 and 3 jobs to make ends meet. And these guys are so busy playing football or studying their sport that they can't even go out and get a regular job. They can't even go out and
We need recompense in this meritocracy if it's real. You like that?
This guy. So I hope this expands to other states aside from just California. I hope this gets bigger than California. But shout out to California moving in the right direction. They led us in the weed direction. They led us in the power conservation direction. Let's see if they get this one right too.
We shall see. Now, JB's siblings, the Bang brothers.
Yeah. I don't know if they're siblings, but we definitely close friends. Everybody knows the Bang brothers.
Put in a bid to name the Miami arena the Bang Brothers Arena.
Bang Brothers Center, the BBC.
Oh, Bang Brothers Center, BBC, Bang Brothers Center. They put in $10 million.
Yes.
I believe it's going to take a lot more than that.
Absolutely.
But they put it in the bid, which has us talking about it. And Bang Brothers is a porn company where they, I don't want to talk about the specifics of what they do, but they be banging.
Yeah, Bang Brothers is a big porn company.
Black owned, I think.
Yeah, and it was hilarious because down in Miami, they were talking about, like, a lot of the folks in Miami were like, well, yeah, they're a big part of our community. Because apparently they shoot a lot of that shit down in Miami. So, I guess all them poolside houses and shit.
Yeah, shout out Uncle Luke.
Yeah, I ain't mad though. I ain't mad at all. Shout out to Bang Brothers. Do your thing. That would be hilarious though. The BBC arena. I don't think it's gonna happen.
It won't happen, but
oh my god!
If it did,
that would be
we would have to take a trip. We had to take a trip. You gotta take a trip.
You damn right.
Fuck it, we gotta take a trip.
I mean, it's just down in Florida. Fuck yeah.
We should be in Miami anyway. We should go to Miami this year. What is it? It's August, September now. Maybe. No, we should go this year. End of the year.
But I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm not a big fan of Miami. Like, Miami's been cool, but I've never Miami was never like, oh, Miami, like it is for other people. Miami, I don't know.
You don't be going with the thoughts.
Well, maybe that's true too. That definitely didn't go with thoughts. So
it's a whole different experience.
I
I ain't been, but I just know what the thoughts tell me. So that's how I know it's different.
Don't say no more. We'll go some thoughts. It sounds like a good idea. Sounds like a great idea. Why would I change my perspective?
Before we get out of here, JB, I just want to acknowledge that my Cowboys.
This nigga.
They
won. Okay.
They
won. Okay. 31-21. They beat the Redskins. The Redskins are now looking up at everybody in the division. So
I think the Giants might be on 2-2, and the Eagles are playing now, so they might wind up being 1-1. So it might just be the Cowboys is 2-0. I want to get your thoughts. Anything stand out to you about this season so far in the first 2 weeks? Anything? Good, bad, indifferent?
Yeah, 2 things in particular. Number one, the Cowboys offense has stood out to me this year with how fluid it has just looked smooth and effortless. I mean, I've had a chance to see part of 2 games for them now, and everything just looks really, really smooth for them. Number one. And number 2, the fucking Patriots again. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
They look like, they might fuck around and do another Randy Moss type of thing. AB caught a touchdown catch today, and I think that's only going to get bigger. And I think that they literally set whoever they're playing up next week with this week by running the football. I totally believe that. So look out for the Patriots because it's looking like one of them seasons again. That's it.
The things that stood out to me were the Baltimore Ravens, their offense and defense combined. I knew the defense would be good, but I didn't know what the offense would be.
Lamar Jackson, nigga, Jesus Christ!
I would have him in every one of my leagues if it wasn't for you.
He keeps saying that.
He talked me out of it.
I told you go with your gut, but I also told you wait a week or two. No, I actually said wait till the bye before you start him. I did say that.
But
I didn't say nothing about not drafting him.
I think that kept me from drafting him.
Okay, but okay. I told you what I said, and you agree with what I said, and both of us agree. But both of us agree that I ain't say shit about drafting shit though. Both of us
you're
can
right,
also.
You're right,
okay,
you're right.
I'm just
still, JB,
This nigga want to blame that shit on me.
All on JB. The other thing I noticed is Dak Prescott's ability to get the ball downfield.
Yeah.
And you know, this is my hot take. This isn't what I chose at the beginning of the season because I chose the Cowboys and the Patriots. But I'm gonna say this now. I'm feeling like the Cowboys and the Ravens. And the Ravens are the only AFC team I rooted for. I rooted for them because they were close to DC and they were in the AFC. So it wasn't a contrast to my Cowboys.
Yeah.
But the Ravens fans were so obsessive, they turned me off. It made me hate the Ravens because I liked them when they had Ray Lewis. But right now, my hot take is it could really be the Cowboys and the Ravens.
Interesting. I want to see more football out of the Ravens. We saw about a quarter or so, not even that this afternoon. I haven't seen much football from them, but what I did see looked very good. And Lamar Jackson has been lighting up the board. So, you know, his job is what it is on that. I want to see him answer some more questions on defense for me, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they haven't. It just means I haven't looked at the stats yet. So I definitely want to look. I want to look at that. You know what I'm saying, and see what that's all about before I give you, before I really speak on the Ravens. I'm also interested in what the Rams and the Chiefs are going to do this year. I think that.
Did the Rams beat the Saints today?
We didn't see the end of the game for some reason. I don't remember.
We did the podcast. That's why we didn't see the end of the game.
Okay, then there it is. But we'll check on that.
Because Drew Brees is hurt.
Drew Brees.
If he's hurt, then I expect the Rams to play that position.
Yeah, I think what we saw when we turned it off was the Rams starting to pick up momentum. So we'll see. But a lot to look for in the league. I'm happy to be watching football again. New and I are in 2 fantasy leagues, one of which is the Pod-Nate Kickback League by G. I'm slated to. I think I'm still slated to win. I knew New was slated to win in both today.
Well, and the Pod-Nate Kickback, F was beating my ass.
Oh, he was?
He beat my ass.
I thought you were
in my other 2 leagues, I'm slated to win. I'm in 3 leagues. So, in the Pod-Nate Kickback League, I destroyed everybody last week. I had 200 points. This week, not so much.
Yeah, I'm slated to win in the Pod-Nate Kickback League, and I am slated to barely lose in the Clay League.
In the Clay League, I'm expected to win, and in my 3rd league, Randy's league, my cousin Randy, I'm expected to, win or lose. It's like 1 point difference.
Right.
So I'll probably be 2-0 in 2 leagues and 1-1 in 1 league.
Hey, that'll work. If I win this Clay League joint, I'll be 2-0 in that league. If I win this kickback jump, I'm 2-0 in that league too. So a solid start for me so far. I do need to make some changes though, particularly in the wide receiver position. I'm not happy with what we're doing today or what we did today.
Yeah, and for those that are watching, I would grab Michael Gallup from the Cowboys.
Absolutely. As
a receiver. I would get Montgomery as a running back for the Bears in your league.
If he's still available, McLaurin for the Redskins.
Yeah, hell yeah. I grabbed him today.
Yeah.
And one of them leagues that right at the end of the day.
Yeah. So, I mean, what else we got? Anything else?
That's it, man. Thank you for tuning in
Indeed.
to a pod named Kickback.
Yeah.
Every show is different. We talk about sports,
News.
politics, pop culture, sex, music, and it's always interesting to see what topics take precedence, based on what guests we have and what guests we don't have.
Yeah, or what the fuck we feel like talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So thank y'all for tuning in. Our numbers are up across the board. So I don't feel the need to be like, show what our numbers. But I will say, like and subscribe on the podcast site. Subscribe on YouTube. And if you're watching on Facebook Live, share it. Matter of fact, no matter where you are, share the show. Tell a friend.
Idea.
Tell a goddamn friend.
Yeah.
A pod named Kickback. You got New the Mayor, No Breaks New, the Righteous Ratchet, the rapper, you know what I'm saying? Nigga from DC. You got JB Frank, the gangster geek, the Harvard graduate, the R&B singer. Like, it is without guess, this is a very diverse show.
Yeah.
And you should be telling people.
Well-rounded.
They're going to get you from every angle.
Yeah.
Tell your friends.
Like and subscribe, tune in, and turn up with us every
Monday.
Good night and God bless y'all.
Uno. We out. And ladies, don't forget to tell your girls, don't want y'all to keep the dick to yourself. Let them know about the show, goddammit.
Oh, man. That's a motto. If I could make that t-shirt. Don't keep the dick to yourself.
Don't keep the dick to yourself, ladies. Don't keep the podcast to yourself.